All right, all my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers, so make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man. He gonna hold it down and do his thing, just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace. Let's start giving these grades out. We're going to start with the rookies. I'm going to do it live, hopefully, tomorrow. I don't know what time Piston Mike can come on. Anybody else want to come on? Just be in the chat or let me know. No background noise. Go to the Piston wrap-up live tomorrow. I want to do another Piston live before then, but it didn't happen. But yeah, Piston live tomorrow. Talking about Killian Gray. We're talking about Killian, Miles Plum, all the rookies. Killian, Bay, Stewart, which... I started watching Pistons before Stewart started balling, though. I ain't gonna lie. I just don't watch basketball the way I used to. Now, football, shit, they could have a crackhead league of football. I'm gonna watch, you know. But my love started out being basketball, boxing. Then I became a huge football fan. As football kind of started to ascend to the top sport, and I knew around 2003. 2, 1, around that time, I knew football would be the number one sport as a young child. I knew it, you know. I just fell in love with football more than basketball. Around 2010 is kind of when I stopped having interest in basketball. I used to watch every Piston Jordan game, you know. Just let you know how basketball and the NBA feel from grace. Excuse me, my back. How I feel from grace. I remember on Saturdays they used to have double, triple headers. You know what I'm saying? It was even Saturday. Saturday was a day full of on NBC basketball. However you looked at it, you come up in the morning, watch your cartoons, y'all go play Showtime, live, shootout, whatever we played, or we go outside and hoop, and then we come back, you know, or in the morning you watch Hang Time come on, NBA Inside the Stuff, and then games would come on. You know, I remember they had triple headers on Sunday. They didn't care about the NFL back in the day. It was on top, but you know that's what happened when you had Jordan. But yeah, I fell out of love in football in the 2010s. Just when I started to fall out of love with rap. But check out my other channel, Good Fella Sports Team. We talk a little bit of everything over there, man. But yeah, that's when I kind of started. I fell out with basketball. I used to do my idols growing up were Allen Iverson, Kevin Garnett, Reggie Miller, and Kobe Bryant. Tim Duncan, Tracy McGrady. There was a lot of great guys back in the day. But to move on, talk about Killian. A lot of people, it's to the point where a lot of people don't want Killian to succeed. You know, I was kind of at that point they drafted, but ultimately when he joined the team, I got to pull for him, right? A lot of people forget he's a U.S. citizen. So if he do something bad or, if he do something bad or get in charge, he's not going to get deported. He was born in Lakeland, Florida. Okay, he was born in Lakeland, Florida. And I see why they picked him. The one thing I didn't like, they said, which I think is a smokescreen, I think they said that they can move him to the 2. You know, no, he can't move to the 2. He can't move to the 2. You don't want him to the 2 because he's not aggressive enough to be a 2. This dude is, it was so funny. They said his father was a prolific scorer. He's more of a pass first point guard, which people say is out of style. It's not. You look at LeBron. LeBron is a point guard that plays a forward. He in it every year, but you know, look at his stats. A lot of people say he didn't play well. He missed a lot of games. I don't know how many plays the Pistons play. He played 26 games altogether. They had 72 games this year. You know. He missed a lot of games. So, averaging 6.8 points a game, a steal a game, almost 3 rebounds a game. Shit, what are assists? 5.3 assists a game. You can't really judge him because at the beginning of his career, you can't really be negative. At the beginning of his career, Blake Griffin stunted his growth, and he just became a spot-up shooter. You know, so people got to say, he showed a lot of promise. At one point, he wasn't showing no flashes. He'd shoot that step back, and he just was a spot-up shooter. He didn't have any confidence coming up the floor. You know, and he showed, you know, a flash in Chicago. Excuse me, I forgot you got to work up. You know, early on it was just pathetic. He had a game with the Hawks. He had 8 assists with 4 fouls. It was just to the point where a lot of people stopped believing. You know, he played January. You know, didn't play February, didn't play March. Came back in April, and it was slow. You know, it was slow. And a lot of people wanted to see it now, but with Isaiah Stewart, he didn't really play a lot. They marinated him when he was ready to play. He put up some solid Isaiah Stewart. He put up some solid numbers. Make sure I should say the name right. He put up some solid numbers. You know, and you couldn't expect the kid coming off a hip injury to go out there, you know, and do his thing. But when he came back, when Blake was gone, he started to do well. 7 assists, 6 assists, 7, 9, 5, 5, 5, 11. You know, he's 19 years old. At one point, 19-year-olds, he having a bad dream. 19-year-olds didn't even play. You know, they started to step his minutes up. The production started to come up, other than the Denver game. You know, so y'all can expect him to come in and be LaMelo Ball, be Anthony Edwards. You know what I'm saying? Who was that, 2021? You know, they had more experience than he did. You know, so I can't expect him to come in. I guess I didn't click it. I didn't. You can't expect him to come in and beat them. For one, he wasn't a scorer. You know what I'm saying? And LaMelo missed some games. He only averaged 11.5 points a game. You know, the only people that did double digits this year in points, LaMelo, Wiseman, he got injured, Edwards in his draft, Tyrese Haliburton, Cole Anthony, Sadiq Bey, Emmanuel Quickly, Theo Maledon, which is a guy I really like coming out of the draft. I thought he should have been a first-round pick. And that's it. That's legitimate it. And remember, they didn't have a training camp, and it was irregular season and stuff like that. Those are only dudes that really did their thing. You know? And it takes time, man. And guys, I really like Patrick Williams. Well, I didn't really like him, but you know, he almost had 10 points. Okoro didn't have 10 points. Okongwu didn't do much. Obi didn't do much. Denny Adabovich, I liked him. He didn't do much. Jalen Smith didn't do much. Devin Vessel didn't do much. You know, Kira Lewis, Aaron Nesmith. It's a lot of guys that didn't do much, you know. And you look at their minutes. The guys that played a lot of games and played double digits, bro. They didn't get double digits. You know, Patrick Williams, 27 minutes a game. Core, 34 minutes a game. 32, excuse me. So, I mean, Okongwu, 12 minutes a game. Killian, 26 minutes a game. Obi, 11. So, it takes time. It was a regular season. And if I didn't see anything from Killian, I would come in here and give him a big fat F. If I didn't see the flashes and there was other people that were balling, I would be like, you know what, it was a bad pick. But honestly, you know, defensively, you know, he's been on point when he did play. He's playing with more confidence. He's you know, he's making people better. He's throwing assists, and you know, ultimately, I can't say it was a successful pick, and I can't say none of these dudes were you know, bad pick. You know, no off season, no real summer league, you know, irregular training camp. You know, I can't really say who ain't gonna be good, who gonna be good. You know, can't really say that, but I do think Killian is showing me that you know, he could be the point guard. Being the two guard is a hell of a stretch, but good ball handle. He shot the ball a little bit more confident, even though if it did or didn't go in. He shot the ball at a 35% clip, less than 30% from three. I'm not worried about that. This is a 19-year-old kid, right? This is a 19-year-old kid who's going to be 20 in July 27th. It's going to take some time, man. And he showed me enough, man. He showed me the ability to pass the ball. He make guys better, handle the ball. And the number one thing is defensively. You don't need him to score. If you add Jalen Green or somebody, they can score. You know, Bay can score. Grant can score, you know. So I really think, honestly, man, you know, early in the season before, when they drafted him, I would just say he wasn't that good. But honestly, man, I just seen flashes. I would say, man, his year with the injury, it wasn't good. Okay. But honestly, I would say, man, I would give him a C plus this year. You know, just on, if he didn't show me no flashes, I probably would go F. But I see it. And plus defense, he's been great all year, you know, and a willing defender. So I would probably say C plus because had he been playing early in the season when they had Blake, I probably would say F. But he's shown the ability to have good games. You know, you look, statistically, you look at him, and if you say he's not an NBA player, he scored 20 points in a game with 8 assists. 13 points, you know, didn't have 7 assists. He's shown enough flashes for a 19-year-old kid for me to be like, okay, I see it. He threw a full court bounce pass. I'm watching it right now. A full court bounce pass between three or four defenders. Come on, you can't. It's a city debate. You can't say that he's talented. He's talented. The injuries in the slow start is just what excuse me, I was Stewart. The injuries in the slow start is just what really hurt him. And Blake Griffin. Them are the 3 things that hurt him. Blake Griffin being a point forward, the injury, and just, you know, the slow start. But you look at him, man, defensively, he's nice. You know, you just seeing what the full court pass was to, I think it was Bay. Look at that, man. The ball handling. Come on, man. Dude is nice. So I would say a C+. But I think he's definitely the point guard of the present because you're not really trying to win right now. He's the point guard of the future. I think we're in good hands. And ultimately, his father had the ability to score. And I think he can be a great scorer. So I'm excited about him. I know a lot of people were mad and hated that I turned. But he's a good ball player. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Check the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist out. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All my social media links subscription. Faster reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Want to make a donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313 in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Peace. Oh,